Well, we're back again to talk about what anime we'll be talking about in the new year, the new season of Winter 2022 anime. I don't know why I'm using that accent there. I just thought I would. Well, I guess it doesn't matter at the end of the day. So yeah, if you don't know, this is the seasonal video that I do every time where I tell you guys, hey, this is what I plan on watching in the new season. This is what I plan on at least making videos on in the new season, and what we'll probably be talking about on the King of Anime podcast, our weekly podcast that we've been doing for nearly 3 years now, every Monday, 8 p.m. EST, right here on the SeaTactics channel. So with that being, said, out of the way, I think the first one is pretty obvious by now as to what I will be talking about on this channel, and that is, of course, Demon Slayer Season 2, as I've already been talking about it. In fact, well, here pretty soon, I think tomorrow morning, there will be a video out on Demon Slayer, Season 2, Episode 5, so if you haven't already checked this one out, this is a very good anime so far. The season so far, I'm liking it personally much more than I did Season 1, and in terms of first impressions, of what's going on in the series so far, I think this is probably one of the funniest shows of, if you want to consider it last season, you can consider it last season, but as going into this new season as well, most likely one of actually the funniest shows. I actually really enjoy the comedy in this, and of course, I think the episode coming out this Sunday, this newest episode, is going to be pretty big on action. It's probably going to be a pretty big episode from what I hear. So yeah, I'm covering it already. It's already on my channel. Please go check it out. It will be, videos on that will be coming out the same day as the next anime I'll be covering, Attack on Titan, Final Season Part 2. Most of you are here for Attack on Titan, Final Season Part 2. It's the reason most of you subscribe to me, and most of you watch me to this day, and that's kind of how I got my first big break here on YouTube, is covering this series. Obviously, I am definitely checking out this. I'll be doing weekly videos on this, probably one or two. Basically the same thing I did last season. Maybe, better quality, of course, with more experience. But, this season is going to be one of the biggest final seasons in anime history, like, objectively speaking, as this is one of the most popular anime, like, ever. So, this is going to be really fun to see people's reactions. I will say, avoid spoilers, avoid the internet, avoid anything on the internet that is a way for you to be spoiled in any context. So go on Twitter, blacklist the words Attack on Titan and all of its different names. You don't want to be spoiled on what's to come in the final part of Attack on Titan. It's going to be pretty incredible, if I say so myself, which, by the way, if you haven't already, I recently just did a video on everything you need to know before Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2. It's an Attack on Titan Explained video, where I talk about what happened in the previous season to catch you guys up on some important context and things like that. For the next series we'll be covering, it's, well, I may be doing YouTube videos on this, it just depends. But World's End Harem. Why? Because we'll be talking about this on the King of Anime podcast. This is locked in by our co-host, Everything Animated. And if you're not familiar with the King of Anime podcast, it is a podcast in which at the beginning of every season, we lock in a whole bunch of shows. So like we all individually, I think we get one or two picks. It depends on the season. And this was Everything Animated's pick, was World's End Harem. I'm sure it was a troll vote, but we're covering it anyways, along with Attack on Titan. So that's another thing I almost forgot to mention there. We'll be covering Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2 on King of Anime every single freaking week, so make sure to check it out. I'm sure everybody is pretty excited for us to talk about World's End Harem and Attack on Titan, especially World's End Harem, one of the greatest anime ever made, as you can see from its 6.63 rating. As for the next one, this is one that I'm already covering on the channel. I need to finish the first part of it. I'll do it sometime here in the next month or so. So if you're still waiting for my continued coverage on that, don't worry, I still have it planned. I'm still going to do it. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean, Part 6. This is already like a really good season. I'm quite enjoying it so far. I've only seen the first 3 episodes, but I think the first 3 episodes are quite phenomenal. I just literally released a video on Stone Ocean and why I love Stone Ocean so far, my first impressions of the series. Of course, that is up in the cards, or you can just go to my channel, check it out. I think you guys will enjoy the video. I think it's got like an insane amount of views already. So, big JoJo fan base on my channel too. So most people know that. Of course, this drops in 12 episode intervals. So I think the next one is coming in a month or so or something like that. I want to say a little ridiculous. I wish they'd do it week to week, but you know, it is what it is. But the next one, this is another one that is something we'll be talking about on the King of Anime podcast. Sonar Biscuit Dolls, or as it's actually called, My Dress Up Darling. This is one locked in by Satsuki the Savage. And yeah, it looks pretty interesting. The main girl looks pretty cute. I've seen some really strange art of her. We'll say that. I've seen some really weird stuff from her. I don't know what this show's about, honestly. Apparently it's about, you know, romance and slice of life, and it's got a school setting. I like how they added themes here. I didn't see this before. They added themes, a school theme. That's cool. Good job at my anime list, because that usually right there for, I think, a lot of people turns people off immediately. The school thing. So this is a Cloverworks anime. So yeah, this is, I don't know, this seems to be something pretty interesting at the very least. Yeah, I have literally no idea what this is about. This is something that we're going to be talking about on the King of Anime podcast, though. And that is the final of the 3 anime that we'll be covering. We're actually going to be covering a 4th anime that's not in this season, called Kids on the Slope. That's, of course, a classic, it's classic Shinichiro Watanabe joint. We're going to be talking about that week to week on the King of Anime podcast as well, at least for the first 6 weeks. We'll see what happens after that, though. But this one is one I'll be doing weekly videos on for sure. The case study of Vanitas, second season, whatever you want to call it. This is an amazing series. I love this series, and I am in love with Jean. I think Jean is adorable, and I love her to death, and I want her to be my wife, but sadly she doesn't exist, so I'll have to suffice with the mortal ones, so to speak. But yes, case study of Vanitas, you know, all jokes aside, I am super excited for this one. If you have not seen the first part of this, this is a must-watch series. It's from Studio Bones. I know a lot of you people that watch my channel love Studio Bones. MHA fame, of course, Fullmetal Alchemist. It reminds me a lot of Fullmetal Alchemist in terms of its presentation, more so than it does, you know, My Hero Academia. In my opinion, this is one of those series where I have nothing bad to say about it, and it only gets better the more you watch it, especially if you like vampires. So if you like vampires like myself, things like, you know, Lunar Legend, Tsukihime, stuff like that. If you like that kind of thing, or if you just like Fate in general, or just Bone stuff, this is, I'm telling you right now, you should be watching this. But speaking of Fate stuff, this is one that I'll be doing a video on. I suppose tomorrow I'll be doing a video on it because it comes out tomorrow, or a little over a day here, at least at the time of this recording. Lord Elmeloy's Case Files, Grace Note special episode. I hope this is going to lead to a season 2 announcement. Recently, they just announced that they're going to do a Mihoyo. That's a good shit impact. Mihoyo? The other visual novel that the creator of Fate created that's like really big. They released recently some like artwork of her, which is really, really cute. I'm gonna see if I can actually bring it up. I'm not gonna show you guys that. You have no idea what's on there. This girl, look how cute this art is. Look, isn't she like the cutest? Isn't that cute? She's doing the peace sign. Apparently she's the sister of somebody and something. Listen, Fader Moon, if you're watching this video, please, I need help. I need help. So yeah, that is pretty much all of the anime. We're going through them really quickly to show you guys all the anime that we'll be covering next season. And I'm guaranteed to at least make some videos on these. And yes, I am legitimately considering doing weekly videos on World's End Harem because I've never done something like this before. Blame it on everything animated. Blame it on him. It's his fault, not mine. So, should be a lot of fun. Next season is actually shaping up to be looking like a pretty solid season, much like this one was. I thought this season was pretty good. Next season, and then the new year is looking to shape up to be a really good season. So, I can't wait to talk about all of the anime that's going on in the next season. I can't wait to have you all watch my videos and comment and have a nice discussion around those. It's one of my favorite things to do. I love making videos, and I like you guys. You guys are pretty cute, I would say. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, but before you go, while we wait for the next season to begin, check out my Attack on Titan videos. Bye-bye.